Imagine a world where all vegetable growers are empowered to connect to their consumers through the use of social media. How big is social media? Social media is everywhere. Facebook claims to have more than 1 billion users, and YouTube says that there are more than 6 billion videos watched every day. 7 out of every 10 Australians have got social media accounts, of which more than half of them make use of these on a daily basis. The picture on the right shows that Facebook has by far got the most users out of all the social media platforms. So, what advantage do the growers have of making use of social media? Firstly, growers are able to connect to their customers through interaction with them on the social media platforms. Because of the high amount of users that Facebook has, it provides a low-cost, high-impact platform for people to interact on. Growers are able to build their own brand as well as establish their business presence online. Growers are also able to influence the decision-making process by interacting and communicating with their customers. Growers can receive feedback from their customers about their opinions, feelings, as well as trends in the current industry. Facebook also allows people, or growers rather, to have an exposure to the whole supply chain. It's not just consumers using Facebook, it's everybody. So, lastly, growers can also make use of Facebook to educate consumers on second-grade produce and the uses thereof. The picture on the right shows the main difference between traditional and social media marketing. Traditional media marketing is generally a one-way interaction where persons are only exposed to content from a party, where social media provides feedback from the people receiving the original content to the poster, as well as sharing them between their friends and colleagues. So, what did we do? We decided to test the waters and jump right in. We created a Facebook page called Veg Connect, and we posted some content. After a few days, we found that we had very little interaction from people, and we left the page, went back and did some online research about what it takes to do social media marketing. With the new knowledge that we gained after the past few days, we decided to post various different types of content, including pictures, pictures, videos, worded posts, as well as posts asking for interaction from the consumer. A few days later, we also noticed that we would have to boost our posts in order to gain more traction and exposure to our customers. So, we found that boosting posts gave us a good increase in our organic reach to customers. Why was there a need for boosting posts and advertising on Facebook? So, as we've heard, with the amount of users on Facebook, there are about approximately 18 million business pages competing for the same space on Facebook. This may seem challenging, but it's well within reach of the average dedicated grower to make a stand and a presence online with Facebook. The other advantage that Facebook provides is that the cost is up to you. We found that by spending up to as little as $4 per post, we were able to reach up to 400 people. On the right, we see a picture of a post that did fairly well, and we reached about 720 people with that. Facebook then allows you to measure your success with a system called Insights. So Insights is a measuring system that shows you how your content is tracking with your consumers, be it positively or negatively, and this allows you to change your marketing strategy and type in order to gain better reach. So, we found that all Facebook content needs to have 4 characteristics. Firstly, it needs to be visual, it needs to be relevant, it needs to have an enticing value proposition, and it also needs a clear call to action. Another trend we picked up is that video is a very large growing platform around the world. Facebook has an article on their page stating that they aim to be 100% video based by the year 2021. We live in an age where we don't have to go looking for information. Information comes to find us. So we need to make sure that whatever we put out there needs to be relevant. Here we also see just a good example of a post that I shared from OzVeg. I'm sure some of you will recognize this. The reason why it worked really well, it's got good color, it's visual, it's relevant, And we ask for interaction from growers, asking them how much do they spend on some food products. On the right, we can see how this post performed. It gained a bit of traction slowly, spiked as people got interested and started interacting, and then we also see that it dropped down a bit. So all posts have a shelf life, and this then again highlighted the need to post regular updates on Facebook and keeping your audience informed. So, after that, we were able to provide a marketing guide. This is the front page. The marketing guide was written based on our own experiences with this project. So, it starts off by providing a chapter on creating content, the need and how to advertise, as well as then providing you with a step-by-step approach for growers to start up and get their own page running. The next steps for this project are to trial a real-life example with a volunteer grower to do a case study and see the effectiveness. If proven successful, we'd like to publish the guide, and then we'd like to roll this out free of charge to all vegetable growers through the use of industry bodies such as Hort Innovation as well as Osbench. In doing this project, we feel that if growers definitely partake in this, they can bridge the gap between connecting the consumer and themselves. I'd like to ask Satish now to talk a bit about seedling.